eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning and a very happy Friday to you, Mountain family. My name's Amelia Lee, here with you on this Friday, February 28th, and that time now is 4:59 as we march to 5 o'clock, which means it's time to check on in with meteorologist Eric Dean for a look at your forecast this morning. And Eric, we've been treated this week with some warmer weather. And I know we had a little bit of rain yesterday, but what is on our forecast for this morning?
I'll tell you what, Amelia, sunglasses will be needed this morning. Temperatures will be in the 50s and 60s. Take a look outside right now. We are in the 30s and 40s already. 44 in Harlan, 10 cooler in Manchester. London, good morning to you. You're at 34. 37 in Hazard. Jackson's checking in with 39. Same story in Pikeville. Satellite and radar composite right now showing clear skies across the area. Again, making for a beautiful start to your Friday, and the nice weather is going to continue throughout the day. Wall-to-wall sunshine will be the rule. We're going to go to 59 for the high today. You can kind of see how we get there. Again, plenty of sunshine. We'll see clear skies for tonight, and that's going to pave the way for an overall nice weekend. Now the question is, how long will this stretch of nice weather last? I'll have the answer coming up in the first alert forecast in a few minutes. Right now it is 5 o'clock. I'll send it to Amelia.
All right, thank you, Eric. Well, with many people scrubbing, shoveling, and sanitizing after the mess the floodwaters left behind, some were left with nothing to salvage. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has a look at one community where that was the case when a fire followed the flood.
There's where my porch went.
For Leonard McCary Jr., every day since February 15th,
Feels like a dream.
from moving through the mud-filled remnants of his mother's home,
I mean, it's like just total chaos. Buildings, vehicles floating down the river. Right through here.
to watching his neighbors clean up from the devastating flood.
It's been really trying. We just actually got electric back on yesterday. And so we had to, well, they came and hooked it back up. We were testing it out today. So we were able to get the fans in there and start getting the floors really good and dry.
Something the mouth card man was not able to do
I lost everything I owned in it.
because the day after his home filled with floodwaters, it was engulfed in flames.
Knowing that I can't get back what I had. I mean, nothing can replace some things that I had.
McCary says the fire department was unable to get to the house
This right here was my bathroom.
because the entire community was cut off from the outside due to the floodwaters.
I mean, it just impacted this whole community like it's the worst I've seen and can remember.
Now he just hopes to find a new place to call home, unable to feel safe where his once stood.
This chapter's gone, you know. I just hope to get me a home back.
As his neighbors work to repair and reclaim their community.
Just the devastation, it's just surreal. But Pike County's strong. We'll get back there. We'll rebuild.
In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Flood survivors say the community support has been overwhelming, with groups including student athletes from East Ridge High School showing up to help their neighbors. Flood victims can now register for FEMA disaster assistance, including at a couple of locations in Pike County. These centers offer in-person support to flood victims. FEMA representatives are there to explain how to apply for assistance and help connect survivors with resources to help them recover. The sites will be open from 7 to 7 days a week.
I'm on a fixed income. I can't buy another place. I mean, I'm homeless.
They say more disaster recovery centers will be opening in the affected areas in Kentucky in the coming days. FEMA workers were out helping flood survivors in Clay County yesterday. Emergency management officials say they were going door to door for initial intakes to get disaster relief. If you missed them, FEMA says more crews will be out this week and next. You can also apply for relief at the Mobile Intake Center at the Oneida Community Church. A disaster recovery center is also opening next week at the Clay County Health Department. Well, this is a look at the behind the scenes as Pikeville Medical Center and the PMC Foundation worked last night to raise money for flood victims and share resources with families. You saw part of that event live on WYMT. Donations poured in from North Carolina, Tennessee, Michigan, even as far away as California.
Sometimes people don't know where to turn, don't know who to call. So we want our event not to just be about raising money.
Right.
It is about that. But we also want to give people access to resources in the communities.
If you'd like to donate or learn more about assistance resources, you can visit pikevillehospital.org/flood. Faculty and staff with Hazard Community and Technical College are saying thank you to those who have been working nonstop since the flood. HCTC invited all flood workers from the city of Hazard and Perry County to their campus, providing them with lunch made by them. The faculty all pitched in to show their appreciation to those who put the community first, like fire and police departments, water plant workers, electrical companies, rescue squads, and more.
We wouldn't be here without our communities. It takes all of us working together to make sure that our community members can recover and get back on their feet.
The HCTC Heavy Equipment Program has used machinery from the school to help with clearing muddy parking lots for local businesses. The CDL program also mobilized its trucks for transporting emergency supplies where they're needed. Some parents in Claiborne County, Tennessee are calling it inhumane. The district says there's an ongoing issue with the heating unit inside Powell Valley Elementary. The assistant director of schools says it started in the fall and has persisted through the cold months. District leaders say they were able to move students and their classes to other parts of the school where the heat worked. They say a part has been ordered, which should fix the problem for good.